I am nice to Pinkbow and Nessa. I am nice to them. Me.
Okay, so I'm gonna be waiting for that little bitch. I mean, down there in the comments that come up and actually talk her shit. I mean, towards me, because we all know for a fact she ain't going to. Like, she rather just sit in the comments and just talk her fucking shit like a little fucking child. Like, come on now.
Hey,
this is what the fuck she honestly does. And then I'm gonna sit down and just back down. Like, nah, I don't fucking back down for nobody. That's what the fuck you're gonna fucking understand.
Hey, you're actually like talking semi.
I mean, yeah, it looks like she had a fucking stroke. I mean, like, just look at her fucking, face. I mean, it's all fucking droopy and shit. One left side is a lot droopier than the other. Like, come on now. And she think that she's fucking, beautiful. There ain't nothing beautiful about her whatsoever. I mean, we seen her act, cam up, but yet again, she uses all this, filters and fucking crap.
Honey, Katie's very beautiful, and so are you, Pink. You are very beautiful too. Can't we all be beautiful together?
No. Like, nah, fuck her. Like, there's nothing beautiful about that person. Like she got too many fucking wrinkles for her, age. She supposed to be like 35 or something, but it looked like an average like 50-year-old. Like, come on now. Like, wow. I wouldn't want to, be her. I mean, and plus she's all fucking skin and bones and she look like she don't even got no meat on her whatsoever. Like, she look like she need to go to an actual, pediatrician. Like, she look like she need to go to like one of those, type of, places. Look like she ain't even, hit motherfucking puberty yet. Just by the way she fucking look. But she got a nerve basically, talk about everyone else. But she's with someone basically, go after her. That's a fucking, thing though. Because what she gonna fucking understand is I don't fucking back down for nobody. I'm always gonna fucking defend myself.
Pink, why are we so mean to Katie? Why? Can we answer that? What is it that you, Pinkbow, don't like about Katie? Give me one thing. Well, I'm gonna bring it back up. Give me one thing you don't like about Katie. Just one.
Okay, one of the things I don't fucking like about her is that, she sits up there and talks about, I mean, everyone else, including, their fucking children. It's like the time that she talked about...
Whoa. Hey, we're not gonna go there. She did not talk about Nicolina's child. She talked about her opinion on putting children on YouTube that aren't yours. There's a big difference, Pink. Let's clarify that.
No, it's her child, so she can, totally, put them,
But she didn't just put her child, Pink. She put other people's children too. Other people's children, not just her own. What if they didn't want their children on YouTube and she didn't ask those children for permission? That's what we were talking about.
Master Lena has like the dance with her kid tonight, and I want to say this to you, ma'am. When it's one thing to put your kid online and post on YouTube, but I really, really hope to God that you got permission from those 5 other teenager girls' parents who are in short dresses, who are like, they're like, I don't think, none of them have, I think they're all strapless, or maybe one has sleeves, I don't know. Little dresses, young girls, walking around on, on the road, taking pictures. There's like a 1-minute clip up. She took a video of her child along with like 5 other teenage girls that are going to the dance. They're all dressed up in little short dresses and like sleeveless tops, and it's just kind of weird. I don't think that it was appropriate to put that on your channel with all these fucking weirdos running around here. That is not really, you protecting your child that you claim is so, in danger all the time from people. Like, you know what I mean? That's just not making sense to me at all. And I really hope to God that you ask those parents for permission to put that clip up, because I would, if that were me, if that were my child, it would be a no for me. It would be a no for me. So, that's not, it's inappropriate. Yes, it's inappropriate. It's unsafe considering the people that, hang around in these communities. We don't, why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Those parents should know. I would be so incredibly upset. I would be so angry. That's my child. They're in like short dresses, like short, skimpy dresses. Like, I didn't go to prom like that in those kinds of short, skimpy dresses. I find that troubling. Very troubling. And I get it. They're going to be like, oh, why don't you, she's sharing a moment. Share it. Don't you all have those little mean girl chats and shit? Share it in the chats. Like, it's not safe. Okay. That kind of shit just makes me cringe for real. Cause it's like, I don't know. It's just so irresponsible. No, they were in like skimpy dresses. Man, my dad would have fucking killed me if I wore something like that out. But I was also very, very I never wanted my legs like really high. Like, I never wanted my legs to show, never wanted my stomach to show. I never wanted my legs to really show. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. So, push a 1 if you think. Okay, but yeah, my point of that is it might not happen because she's got that dance stuff, you know. Lulu, Lena, were you a little hooker face back in the day? I won't tell Rocco, Lena. Skanks. Little midget skanks running around here. Just kidding. Maybe. I don't know if y'all were skanks. You were a little slooty sloot. I will never tell my nephew. Roccolina will never know about this. But welcome in if you're new over here. We are just kind of shooting the shit for a little bit. What was I talking about again? Sorry, y'all. You keep on like, will you all shut up in the chat? You're so annoying. You're distracting me. You're so loud in my mind. Hold on, I look. Yes. That is adorable, Peach. Yes, girl. Yes. That's classy, and yeah, that is classy. It's a yes for me, okay? It's a total yes. Listen, ladies, you don't have to like be on the verge of showing your freaking vagine to be pretty, okay? To like be attractive to people, especially when you're young. I don't know what, like men, from what I've experienced, men think like men will give you attention if you look like that, if you dress like that, like skanky and skimpy and, you know, just showing a lot of stuff. Men will give you attention for that, but they're gonna give you attention because they legit just want to fuck you, okay? They ain't gonna call you back, bitch. They ain't gonna fucking like ask for your number, bitch. They may offer to drive you home the next morning, bitch, okay? But they don't want, they ain't looking, you're not marriage material. You ain't marriage material. They ain't making plans with your skank ass, okay? They ain't thinking long-term about your skank ass, okay? It's a no for them. They might swing back around the block for that pussy again, okay? But bitch, they ain't thinking in the future about your ass, okay? They ain't seeing you in no wedding dress. They're seeing you naked with your legs spread. But you're basically naked with your legs spread with that clothes you got still on, skank. Ain't nobody got time for that. Tell me I'm wrong. Men in the chat, tell me I am wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I am wrong.
24 hours later.
From what I've experienced, men think, like men will give you attention if you look like that. If you dress like that, like skanky and skimpy and, you know, just showing a lot of stuff. Men will give you attention for that, but they're gonna give you attention because they legit just want to fuck you, okay? Tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, but that's where she probably took it from.
Okay, but I'm not talking about her children. I'm not saying that's
but you're kind of like, I don't think you meant to do it, but you kind of like, if you're gonna like saying, if you're wearing that sort of stuff, kind of like referring back to them as skanks. But I know that's not what you were referring to, but I can see where she would have taken that, honestly.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I can see, okay, I get what you're saying. In my mind, I wasn't, okay?
Right. You go.
I was not talking about those children. I was talking about a whole different situation when people, how men, in my experience, what men think about skanky women. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does to me. I mean, like, I get it. Like, so the first part I would have gone, ooh, that's a little, ooh, okay. But as you went further into it and you were talking about like, yeah, I mean, because personally, I would have never like connected the two 16-year-old with the, you know, they're going to circle back around to pussy and all that. That's just not the way I think. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I guess if you've been out here, I'm just going to give her the benefit at this point that if you've been out in this area with all the predators, you kind of have to. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird that she's connected the two.
That conversation started and I was basically making the point of, you know, it's dangerous. There are predators out there on the internet. This community is not safe. Why are you showing faces? Did you get permission? And then I went into just talking about dressing skanky as a whole, as a general principle. Okay. That's
and Kimberly, that video was just, Sorry, I have a delay. So, and Kimberly, she didn't start with that video actually, because what she was talking about was Rebel being stood up. And then that video came out afterwards. So that really, you must have not been here yesterday because that's exactly what happened. You're saying that the video is what started it, and that's not true.
Mm-hmm. So they're basically, whether or not they're going to run with this narrative anyway. I mean, I can like fucking say what it really is till I'm blue in the face. So they're going to twist it regardless. But I want my people to at least, I want to bring clarity to this. Okay. That's important.
Yeah. So like Nevaeh said, the segue would probably be a little helpful here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, say for example, you know, Nicolina will only like basically, I mean, you know, go after, you know, other people's, especially if people go after her. So I mean, it's like
no, nobody goes after her children, Pink. Okay, listen to Crybaby. Okay, Crybaby will tell you, Crybaby loves you, and Crybaby will tell you that none of us have gone after her child. Okay,
So are you saying that Mammoth didn't actually, go after, her child is saying that her husband actually, raped, their little one, and knowing that that's not fucking true? I mean, remember that?
That wasn't what Mama T said.
Yeah, that is exactly what she said. It was, everything was pointed out and on, fucking recording though. She said all those different things, and that's why she came out with the whole deceased, grandbaby of her deceased one.
Hey, Pink, calm down now. Let's not talk about that situation because Nicolina was absolutely in the wrong, and that's not the reason why she did the dead grandbaby stuff.
I still don't know the whole story on Bird. I just know one day we saw a video where there was like a baby burning, and we're like, what the hell is this shit?
Hell is that? Baby burning, yeah, all 24 hours.
Yeah.
Richard, he had a fire and lost a grandchild. If I'm not mistaken, anybody can correct me. I've been wrong before it happens. Yeah. But yeah, he gonna come up on the
reason why she did that was because Mama T stood up. She didn't stand up for Brett, but she pretty much said, I'm not going to condone Brett for his words because Nick has said worse. Okay.
I mean, so serious. I was there. I was, with everything, basically went down. I heard, basically everything. I was there when it all happened. So yes, I mean, we're going to hold this person accountable. I mean, we're not going to give anyone a pass.
Can we move on to something that doesn't involve children? I would appreciate that. Can you pick a different topic that you don't like about Katie that is not having to do with children?
Okay, well, let's just, go with the fact that, okay, say for an example, she sits up there and talking about how bad, Ernie, of a person, that she is, but yet again, he lets her on her panel. Obviously, she obviously wants the numbers. She obviously cares about the content clips and views. Obviously, she's making money, off him. She's obviously buying stuff. Like one night she had 4.37k subs, and then overnight she went all the way up to 5.04 subs.
Yes, she did that because a channel who has 30,000 plus subs promoted her, brought his entire 30,000 sub audience over to Katie, and about 2,000 of those people subbed.
She's buying subs. There's no way that you can just.
When you have a 30,000 sub count channel, at least 5,000 of those are going to follow you religiously. That's just numbers, right? So of course she's going to get a big sub jump when she's hanging out with two different channels that had 30k subs.
I've seen how Katie, really goes. Why do you think she actually, brought, Cyrus and all of them, on her panel? She originally, she said up there and said that, she don't support, people like that. But yet again, I predicted all of this. I predicted when everything would actually, going down. But actually, she found out the hard way. Now hasn't she? It sounds.
I don't think she's found out the hard way.
I'll be honest, I didn't want to continue this on for another week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, but I was trying to create some sort of resolution for Katie, a way out of this, and one of her people from her camp brought up the idea, well, what if we provide some sort of counter offer other than the deletion of her channel, the termination? And I said, sure, what do you got? She said, what if we can get her to, I don't know, donate to a charity or something? And I'm like, well, if it's a decent amount of money, like $500 or something, I would be more than willing to let the dust settle after this stream if she comes forward and makes a donation. It seemed like everything was locked in. She was down to do it, make the donation. I'm not mad at a donation to a charity for dogs, to create some sort of resolution.
So basically, I want to start out with this. There is peace amongst, not with Satan, okay? There's peace with Wings, and I had a great conversation for 40 minutes, and there is peace. We're good. There's no issues. There's no problems. Y'all are safe. Everything's good.
You have a hate boner. A hate vagina for Katie, just like you do Mama T. So you can't see their good qualities.
Nah, I call out things when I actually see them. I call out the actually obvious.
No, Crybaby calls out normal things, right? We can all see where Crybaby comes from. You, Pink, are not a crybaby. Just remember that you are not a crybaby.
Why would I?
What do we have to say about Nicolina and Jimbo buying subs? Where that was actually proven and screenshots were shown to prove that they bought subs. How do you feel about that, Pinkbow?
Okay, first of all, let me, just say is this. I thought we were fucking talking, on Katie. But yet again,
why does it have to be just Katie? Can't we talk about the whole community? I mean, why just Katie and Mama T? There's other people out there that do bad stuff. I mean, you've been hanging out in a community of people that do bad stuff as well, right? So let's keep an even playing field. And see, look, Crybaby would really like to know how you feel about Nicolina and Jimbo buying subs. See, Crybaby really wants to know.
Listen, I understand that y'all, I mean, feels that y'all think that, Jimbo did wrong, talking about, that, but everything was basically legal, okay? But
so marrying a 12-year-old when you're 17, although it may be legal in the state of Kentucky, it is morally and physically wrong.
It shows your character that you are making all these allegations and accusations that are seriously, that's a really, 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 really terrible accusation and label to put on somebody. Again, don't come to me about it. Please alert your local PD if you feel like there is a pedophile roaming around here. Again, why is he not locked up? Why is his name on no sex offender registry? Sounds like you're just mad. The hills have eyes. This is the Stand, aka Jimbo. He has never been accused of any crime involving a woman. So, ma'am, we don't accuse people of being that over here. So you can get the fuck up out of here. Seriously. That's one thing that I will not allow in here. People accusing other people of being child molesters or pedophiles or anything like that. If there's no proof of that, get the fuck up out of here. Let someone know if you find paperwork on it. I'll unblock you and you can come over here and show it to me. Until then, peace out, Girl Scout. Don't call me, I'll call you.
Do you know what morals are, Pink? Do you understand morals?
listen, I mean, I know that it may be weird, but was it illegal? I mean, the way they did, no, it was not illegal. I mean, just let.
So, Pink, let me ask you. If you are a 17-year-old, boy, girl, whatever, and you meet a 12-year-old, are you going to fall in love with the 12-year-old when you're 17?
I mean, if it's just, I mean, really, I mean, because like I said, I told you it was weird, yeah, but yet again, everything was done legally. So technically, speaking, the person was underage as well. So technically speaking, there's no predatory, in that category. They're just.
So being a 17-year-old who is a couple months shy from 18, having intercourse with a girl who still plays with Barbies in her bedroom, that isn't morally wrong to you, Pink?
I mean, in my opinion, the way I think everything went down is that no, I think that that is, especially the way everything was actually played out, it was not illegal. That's in my opinion. I told you, yes.
I'm not asking you about legalities. I'm asking you if you think it's disgusting.
I mean, it doesn't seem. I mean, they're both underage, so I can't say that no, they don't seem disgusting. I mean, to me, because they're both underage.
Oh, damn, Pinkbow.
Meanwhile,
it was allowed in that state. They were both minors.
Yeah, they were both minors. So how can they sit up there and say that he's a pedo if he was underage? I mean, as well. And my other thing, thinking as is, we have people. I mean, in this community who were 19 years old and married and had sex with a 50-year-old and had a child, with them, such as a person that's Speak Easy, Speak Easy.
Yep.
Well, Speak Easy had his. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Pinkbow is right. Easy impregnated a 15-year-old at the age of 19, and all of these motherfuckers excused it away.
They did.
Excuses for Easy. But now Jimbo, who was 17, a minor, he's a PDF file. And y'all know I don't give a fuck about Jimbo. Jimbo is a liar, but he's not a pedophile. I don't care. Yes, Pinkbow does have a good memory.
And not only that, it's like even Mammoth's Mammoth's father, the one that she that raped the what was it, I think like a 13-year-old girl or something like that. But yet again she don't ever talk about that. It's like oh no, Jimbo is actually the bad person here. But they don't want to call out some of the things that their side of the community has done and said, but it's everyone else's fault when something does not when we don't agree with them, or is that we're actually the bad person because we don't agree with every statement they're saying. Like the time I told Peach, I told her, okay, remember what Mammoth said about Nicolina's daughter, talking about her husband likes to rape their own daughter and shit. And I told her, and that's the reason why she retaliated and showed a picture of her deceased baby because she came after her first. So technically speaking, I can kind of, you know, see that when you go after someone else's, you know, family members, they're like expected to come back at yours. Like, you know, it's just a natural retaliation.
Well, with Mama T was repeating what Tyrant Bird was saying, what 303 was saying, accusing my husband of raping and sex trafficking my daughter. And if any of you know me, you know that my husband would not be above ground if that was happening. And Mama T kept going. And I was like, bitch, you're going to stop. So yes, I took a photo of her deceased grandchild, put an X over that child's face, and I used it as a photo. And everyone's like, oh, how dare you, Nicolina? What?
Yeah, and I also... Yeah, because I've also noticed that she has you know, she sounds very, you know, racist at me as well, because the time that I was on her, you know, well, actually, you know, Betty's panel, we did actually, you know, a review on her, and she said some very, you know, kind of racial, you know, slurs, talking about, oh, you know, you need to be, you know, be called, you know, black boat, you know, Birdo, because that's what you know, you are, you're a freaking, you know, you know, black, you know, person, or you're like more like a black bird. Why don't you go change your name? Oh, this is a black Birdo, and then she wants to sit up there and talk. So then when we called her racist on me for that, she sits up there and says that, oh, her son, you know, is actually dark skinned, talking about her son is like Native American. Yeah, I know.
Is not Native American.
Yeah, I kind of, you know, realized, because she's even said up there and told me over the phone, we were actually talking about she was Native American, talking about, okay, you know, that she's been tested for it, talking about she had to, you know, go get something, you know, to get that done. You know, my thinking of, she said up there and said that she was Cherokee. She had Cherokee in her.
She is not Cherokee.
Yeah, but my thing, you know, is, I mean, that would actually, you know, true. Like, you know, you have to have some kind of, you know, paper or something to actually prove that you were.
Crybaby, do I have permission yet? Do I have to keep trying? I feel icky after that. All right.
I said I don't agree that it was disgusting the way they handle it. No, I don't think it's disgusting. Like, considering that they're both underage, so I said it was weird. Yeah, but there's no illegal attachment to it. Anyone can, you know, basically, I mean, get that done if they follow, I mean, the system incorrectly. So how can you sit up there and say that it's disgusting? I mean, you got other people that have done, I mean, just as much, you know, way worse. I mean, on here, like, come on now.
Can you name a few of those people that have done way worse on here? Can you give me some examples, Pink?
Okay, so say for, you know, for some examples, you know, on here, there's been, you know, people that have been, I mean, actually, you know, legally, arrested, on here. There's been some people that have basically, you know, have gone out, you know, out of their way and actually, you know, talk to, I mean, sexual, you know, kids, I mean, behind the act, you know, scenes. I mean, there's some people that have actually, you know, done those type of, you know, things. But yet again, what about, you know, Brad, I mean, Inlo, when he sat up there, you know, and said that, okay, on the screen, talking about, okay, that he would really, you know, do, I mean, something like sexual, I mean.
Do I agree with what was said? No. But when you grow up in a very small rural area and jokes like that aren't okay, but maybe in his family or in his circle of friends they are, but the person he said it to was also there and laughed about it, right? So it's not like he was talking about someone we had no clue who they were also in on the joke, right? They were both in on it. The person that Brad was talking about was there and laughing as well.
So, I mean, technically speaking, you're saying that it's basically okay for him to actually, you know, do that, even though it was basically, you know, wrong. That's what it basically, you know, that's what I'm basically hearing.
If the person he's making the jokes with is okay about it, why should I be upset?
Oh, but you want me to be upset about the whole, you know, Jimbo, you know, thing, but yet again, it don't seem like you're upset about the whole Brad. I mean,
no, because Jimbo was 17, right? And was playing house with a young girl who hadn't even hit puberty yet.
Oh my goodness! Like, you know, I mean, look, once again, he's never been arrested, never been charged. So, in my opinion, the only way someone is going to be, you know, actually legal as a pedo is if they're on paper. So, technically speaking, they're not actually a pedo unless they're.
Okay, so talking about PDFs being on paper, how do you feel about the fact that Ernie and Nicolina had a moderator modding their chat who was married to a man who sodomized a 9-year-old child?
Okay, and who's that person's, you know, name that you're actually, you know, claiming? I mean, in the actual, you know, chat.
Spooky. She also goes the name Columbo and Honey Bunny. Honey Bunny's husband is a PDF file, and she held wrenches for Ernie and Nicolina.
Okay, and can you actually, you know, confirm, I mean, in any of this, you know, or are you just basically hearing it?
Nope, we have already confirmed it. We showed all of the paperwork on Ghost Live, and it's been shown numerous other places. I can actually link you the live where we did the expose on them, so if you want to do that. But yes, everybody in this chat can tell you. I can drop you a link and you can go see for yourself.
Okay, and the people have labeled me as that, but does that mean that I'm one? No, it doesn't.
But like you just said, if there's charges, that makes them a PDF file, right? He spent time in prison, and he is now a registered sex offender for the rest of his life because he messed with a 9-year-old.
Okay, so what does that mean? What does that got to do with them? What does that got to do with Nicolina and Ernie?
Why are we allowing people like that in our community? Why is she sharing pictures of her children and other children in this community, knowing that there's a pedophile in her community? Why is she doing that?
People have targeted her children. Actually, that's what you're.
Okay, yep, we're done here. I really tried. Okay, Crybaby, I really tried. I was being so nice and so friendly, and she just couldn't say like, yeah, that's weird, you know? So I really tried. I was a nice lady. I tried to really keep it, keep it 100.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Yeah, first of all, Katie showed me something about, Honey Bunny's picture, whatever husband's picture, talking about it was actually, Chad, or talking about he was actually on the register, sex offender list for molesting a 9-year-old child or something like that. And I looked at that and I thought to myself, like, is that the same person who I think that is? Because I know that I checked with you last night. You said that it wasn't true, but according to Peach and Ghost and Katie, they are all saying that is actually that person. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Okay, first of all, Honey Bunny is not Chad. Okay. They can FOIA the entire court case. Okay. And Chad's daughter, who is now 30 years old, has messaged me. I have talked to her. Her name's Samara. And her mother and grandparents, this was all a contentious divorce. If this actually happened, why does Samara and her grandkids spend time with Chad? So what they did was, McKenna did this. I don't simp for any pedophiles. I support Spooky. Spooky is somebody that I love and adore. Who she's married to, I had no idea until McKenna doxed it with Spooky's ex-husband, Honey Bunny's ex-husband. But I have submitted a request for the entire court proceedings. Okay.
Beth, I'm gonna let you know, Beth. I mean, don't get it started. I mean, y'all, because we're going into the whole, auction mode. Like, don't get me started. I will do it.
No,
y'all.
These people are supporting you and saying that you're making sense. I brought you up because people actually messaged me yesterday and said you went up on Peaches and you were making way more sense than Peach was. Ash tried to tag you in something. She wanted to bring you up on panel because you kept getting muted. I didn't watch Peaches. All I heard was Pinkbow Birdo was making way more logical sense than Peach. I just wanted you up because Ash is in chat right now, and she messaged me and she said, I need to get a hold of Pink Birdo. He was the only one making sense on Peach's live stream yesterday, but she kept kicking him. And Peach was talking trash about my children after saying, we don't talk about children, and you called her out. That's it.
Yeah, I heard that on Kennedy's live stream, some of the clips that she was actually playing. I told her that, okay, well, when Mammoth was the one that where I heard some stories, and I heard her say this about me myself, where she said up there and said something about, okay, that, you know, you like to groom, I mean, your child, talking about you neglect your 14-year-old, talking about your husband, you know, grace him and all this. And she even said the exact same thing about Betty's, you know, daughter. She's up there said that Betty grooms her own daughter. Betty got her into drugs, and she also said that Betty got her daughter into fucking porn, you know, and sex trafficking, and that she took advantage of that little girl and brought her to the internet and destroyed her fucking life. And all this, I mean, other extra shit, but not knowing that, it seems like, I mean, to me, she's like a fucking alcoholic. Seems like, I mean, to me, that she's the one, I mean, that isn't like a very great parent, but it seems like, but she goes around talking about everyone else's, you know, child, and deflects on them. Like, she tried to make up, and she tried to sit up there and say that, okay, guess what? That, you know, she also made up a lie talking about I'm bipolar and shit. Never once did I ever confirm that I'm bipolar. I said that I have yeah, I said I had autism. I said I'm very high functioning, but that's not the same thing as bipolar.
Correct.
So she got it all fucking wrong.
No, and I get that. You gotta understand though, Peach is not very intelligent. This is the same woman that told me on the phone that her 15-year-old was dealing with anxiety, and instead of dealing with it, they gave her a weed vape pen. I do want to say thank you for trying to defend my daughter yesterday on Peaches, and I appreciate that. My daughter has anxiety, and I do not give her marijuana to cope. We use healthier coping mechanisms. So I do appreciate that you were calling her out, and you didn't have to. Yeah, you don't owe me shit, Pinkbow. I have been nasty to you. But you stuck up for my daughter, and that means the world to me, and I appreciate you.
All right. Well, you know, I thanks for you know for that, but yeah, I heard that Katie talked about your daughter, your 14-year-old daughter, like on her own live stream, and she now, you know, denies it to this very day. I've heard her, you know, talk about her. She says that, okay, that's never happened. She's never done any such thing. And she also sits up there and says that she does not buy subs. She sits up there and says that she does not use, you know, Cyrex for her content. She also went, and she does buy subs, because my thinking is this: how did she go from having, you know, 4.3K, you know, 7K subs to having, you know, 5, you know, is 0.04K subs, I mean, overnight? Talking about, okay, so she technically, you know, gained like over 2,000 subs within a whole entire night. That's completely impossible.
She was buying subs, and she
was absolutely
off Cyrex. And those motherfuckers let her off the hook with a $500 donation to a dog charity, when this bitch is grifting not only off of Cyrex, but my child and other people's fucking drama.
Yeah, I've seen her, you know, lie so very much, but I called her out on her own live stream. I mean, today I told her, why do you have all the mean girls, you know, practically, you know, blocked on your own live stream? And I told her why, you know, to keep from your lies, you know, to hide your lies on your own live stream, to keep people from, you know, calling you out. And she says up there, and she went on a complete rampage, you know, about it for 10 minutes, you know, straight. She called me, you know, a bitch. She called me, you know, talking about my blonde, you know, wig is probably what causes me to act like the way I am. And she talks about, you're just a fake ass, you know, motherfucker. I unblocked you for a reason, but now guess what? You're getting back on the block list, you know, bitch. And she called me all types of names. Like, she was actually triggered. You could actually hear it in her own voice. And I actually, you know, laughed about it, because I was only unblocked for a very short time. On my first comment, the first comment I made on her live stream, you know, and I said up there and said that, okay, you know, and I said, Peachy, I think you lied about you know, Honey Bunny's husband, you know, being on the registered sex offenders you know list. Mm-hmm. And then not only that, and then I told her, okay, and Ghost, you know, threatening Sarah. I typed that in the comments, and I put question mark.
No,
and I told her,
I am not okay with that either.
Did you just admit that you took my live down, Sarah? Sarah, did you just admit that you took my live down? Because if I get an admittance of who took my live stream down, you're in some shit, girl. Did you just admit that you took my Rumble stream down, Sarah? Oh, wait. We're over here at Rumble now that you know. Now that I know who's in here, why don't you come over here and answer my question? We'll sit right here. I'll continue to play my stupid little game that I'm playing. Not really paying any attention, just waiting for Ernie to go live so we can move over there. I'm assuming he's waiting for Remain Calm to end so that way he can go live. So we'll just wait for Remain Calm to end and wait for Ernie to go live. And since Sarah wants to make an accusation like that, we will go ahead and we'll just sit here and we'll wait on Sarah to come over here and I'll drop her a link and she can come on panel and she can answer my question. Since if we're going to go that route, since we're going to be children about this, Sarah, since you're going to be a child about this, Sarah, I'll wait. You guys let her know that we're just sitting over here waiting on her now.
Well, now I'm just gonna re-upload that live to Rumble.
Yep, that live will be re-uploaded to Rumble. And when you take it down the second time, you're going to find you have much more issues than just simply taking a live stream down.
He is like threatening Sarah, and Sarah is like the nicest bitch in this community, Pinkbow.
When I typed that in the comment sheet, and I told her that's not a great idea, good idea, like not a good look. And then I told her, and then I typed in the comments. I tend to very paragraphs when I actually type in people's comments. I write paragraphs. Mm-hmm. So when I did write that paragraph, I sat up there and said that why do you have all the mean girls blocked to keep you, or is it because to keep people from them calling you? Yeah,
you cannot debate me. You know that. Like you and I have had, I think you've been around for about 2 years now.
It will be 2 years on August the 14th.
August. Yes, in August. And yeah, the 14th. We are August, 8th or 9th right now? But here's the deal.
Yes.
These women are terrified of me because they cannot actually have a conversation and debate me. And there's a reason. So they have to block out anybody that is not part of their echo chamber because they are terrified of smart people. These are not smart people, Pinkbow. These are people that have to control a narrative and have an echo chamber. And then what they do is every day they fucking cry over and over and over again about what we say on our live streams. But they don't want to talk to us about our live streams. They have to regurgitate and recycle their own feces based on hate.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I'm basically, seeing for myself. Because I would go into, their live stream, chats, and then the minute I say something that, or that the people are in their chat or somebody that has a moderator, disagrees, I'm automatically, timed out. I mean, in their chats, I don't really get a free, space. Well, I get timed out practically, everywhere. But yeah, it's mainly in their chats where I mainly, get timed out and blocked it, and they don't even basically want me in there, but goes, would sit up there and say that, okay, guess what, Pinkbow, you better behave, or I'm going to stick, Shannon on you, I'm going to stick, Birdo on you, I'm going to stick all my moderators on you, behave, and I could just say, and I can just say a few words, and I'll be like, okay, I don't, agree with this statement. And the minute I don't agree with them, it's automatically time out. It's like, it's like get people, right up out of here. So they'll time me out for at least 30 minutes, if not 24 hours for the whole entire live stream. I don't agree with anything that Mammoth says, or anything that comes out of her mouth. I don't technically agree with anything. Like everything that comes out of her mouth is practically like, because I remember the time that that Ernie actually threw her away and told her he didn't need no word anymore for her. Technically speaking, the only reason why she left Ernie is because he gave her the boot, and because he did not give her her his channel. And if it wasn't for him giving his channel over to her and him giving her the boot, she would be still over there supporting him and still be
absolutely. Had he not gone to jail, she would still be a tiger. And I just want to reiterate, Ernie has really made a lot of good changes since he's been out of jail, Pinkbow. He is not anything like he was prior. So I am cool with Ernie. I think he's hilarious. I think that people are doing whatever they can to try to get him arrested. And he's got the support of my community. And we will do any and everything as long as he is not breaking the law. And he's definitely not scamming anybody. He's just rage baiting them. He says the most outrageous things, knowing that these people are going to run, and then they're going to cover him. and give
exactly.
him more
That's the only reason why people are doing it. It's because he knows that because it gets people attention. That's the only reason why he's continue doing what he's doing. It's because people give him the content and the time of day to do so.
Doing good, but he's doing good. That's the problem. These people hate it. Hate that Ernie has risen above his previous bullshit and he's actually working. He just rage baits them now, and that's hilarious to me. He controls all of them. What I want to say is, I appreciate you. I did not deserve you defending me after you and I have argued for the last 2 years. I didn't deserve it, and I appreciate you, Pinkbow. I do, because
Well, you know me. If I find something wrong, I'm definitely going to call out. Especially if I seen it, witnessed it with my own eyes. Yeah, I'm going to call it out. I'm definitely going to use people's words, against them. It's like that's just what I do.
And that's why I'm saying thank you. I didn't deserve it, and I appreciate you, and I owe you big time for just being a good human being and calling out those people talking shit about my daughter. Thank you.
Well, yeah, because when someone talks about and goes after other people's family, I'll definitely call them out. But and I even called them out for going after people's families, and yet again they said up there and said that it's never happened, or it's not, they would never do any such thing. But there's already video clips of them actually doing so. Like we already heard them, but yet again, Pinkbow Birdo is like the bad person whenever Pinkbow Birdo sticks up for a certain individual, and tell them that they're wrong. Like I even told you when you were wrong. I mean too, and but look where we are now.